Hello everyone. In this studio video, we will be discussing about the financial accounting, cost accounting, and management accounting, and what are the difference between these three types of accounting. And this chapter comes from the our account subject of BBS second year. It's chapter 1. So let's begin with the financial accounting. What is financial accounting? Financial accounting is the process of identifying, recording, summarizing, analyzing, and presenting the day-to-day financial transaction in a systematic manner. You can say that's the financial accounting. But what does it do? It says the financial basic important information with the users, and it records the transaction for why, to determine the profit and loss, and to reveal the financial status of a firm. And this head into its objectives, where I have described its objectives in 4 points and the limitation within 4 or 5 points. So let's begin with the objectives. Its objective is number one. Objective means is goals, like what to achieve, what financial accounting is trying to achieve. Okay, so these are the objectives: to record financial transaction. What they are trying to do, they are trying to record the financial day-to-day transaction every day. So this is one of their objective. Number two, to reveal financial status. Number three, to supply necessary financial information. Number four, to disclose the result of operation. And now let's head into the limitation, where we go up to, there is disclose the overall result only, no control over cost, no classification of cost, and fails to offer cost information to other accounting, to other management, and no helpful in price fixation. Financial accounting is the one who records the transaction day to day, but they will not help in the price fixation. And now let's move to the cost accounting. What do you mean the cost accounting? Cost accounting is the process of recording and analyzing the cost to determine the cost of goods and services is called cost accounting, where it has its own objectives: to ascertain cost, to control cost, to analyze cost and loss, and lastly to help in cost fixation. And it has now its scope. Its scope are um, cost reduction, cost recording, cost reporting, cost classification, cost allocation, cost comparison, cost determination, and cost reduction. So now let's move into its advantage, which is also called importance and limitation. Its advantage is to control over cost, helping controlling the cost, number one. And number two, introduction of cost control program, disclose the profitable and non-profitable activities. Number four, beneficial for worker. Number five, check the accuracy of financial account. Number six, helpful for investor and financial institution. And lastly would be provide necessary cost control. Okay, so now here we are heading to the limitation point, where we will be talking about it's very complex, expensive, inaccurate, and lack of double entry system. And then lastly will be it's in developing stage. So now let's talk about the management accounting. Is one of the important branches of uh, one important branches of accounting. It is only concerned with assisting management in decision making, planning, and controlling. Decision making, planning, and controlling its objectives in terms of your management accounting. In the our book, it is given as objectives refer as advantage, importance, and function. Okay, if exam if they ask you what are the importance of management accounting, then you can write down few points which now I'm going to explain. Or they can ask what is the function of management, or advantage, or objectives. It's all same for this pattern, but for all the financial and the cost accounting further below, they had the different objectives, and they only had scope, limitation, and objectives. Okay, and advantage is a different point for cost control. So now let's talk about the objectives of management accounting. What are the objectives of management accounting? What are the importance? Help in formulating plans. Help in formulating plans. Number one, help in coordination. Help in motivating the employee. Help in organizing. Help in solving business problem. Okay. Help in controlling the performance. So these are the objectives, importance, and functions and advantages of management accounting. Now let's talk about its scope, which is financial accounting, cost accounting, taxation, office services, and forecasting and budgeting. Lastly will be statistical data. And now let's up head to the limitation, which is our last point, which is broad based scope. I have also written a formula for this. BBS, broad based scope, mainly based on accounting, based on financial and cost record. It's only a tool, and it's have cost installation. It's really expensive, and it's in evolution stage. Alright guys, these were the you know limitation, objectives, advantage, and scopes of financial costs and management accounting. Whereas in the financial accounting we got objectives and the limitation, whereas for the cost accounting we got objectives, limitation, and lastly 2 point more, which is advantage and scope. Whereas for the management accounting we got objectives, limitation, and last two would be scope and objectives. Okay, scope and this what do we call objectives. So it's really not there is much more difference. Where financial accounting we got objective and limitation, that's it. But in the cost accounting we had objective, limitation, and last 2 point added, advantage, importance, advantage and importance same, and scope. And in our management accounting we got limitation, okay, objectives are right, and importance, advantage, function are the same, and the scope. So now we'll be discussing what are the difference between this. So let me explain first of all. Okay, financial accounting about, so like financial accounting, it records the day-to-day financial transaction in a systematic manner and showcase the financial condition of a firm, whereas cost accounting record and analyze, whereas the cost accounting is the process of recording and analyzing the cost of goods and services. Okay, and so we could simply the process of recording and analyzing the cost to determine the cost of goods and services is called cost recording. Where management accounting, it is only concerned with the existing management in decision making, planning, and controlling. It's a very crucial branch of accounting, and it is concerned with the, whereas financial accounting is concerned with the historical data, whereas cost accounting is concerned with historical and futuristic data, whereas lastly the management accounting is concerned with the futuristic data. You could also say it's a futuristic in nature, whereas in financial accounting only quantitative aspect is recorded. For cost accounting is same, only quantitative aspect is recorded. But for management accounting, both quantitative and qualitative aspect is recorded. And now let's move down to the number 4 point, which is no control over cost for financial accounting and control over cost for cost accounting. And for management accounting, help in controlling the performance. So let's move to the number 5 points about its objectives. Its main, the main objectives of financial accounting, it records the transaction and showcase the financial status and reveal the financial status. For cost accounting, it's record the its main objective to record and analyze the cost to determine the obviously the cost, how much is the total cost. And for management accounting, it records like its main objective is to provide the necessary information to the management. Obviously management means from financial and the cost accounting, the both data will come, and both that data will come, its main objective is to provide necessary information to the financial management. So now they would provide that information to the top level management. And now let's move to our last one, which is the scope. So the scope of financial accounting is narrow and it doesn't include the cost control, whereas the cost accounting scope is also narrow and it doesn't include the tax planning, tax accounting, and the financial accounting. Whereas uh, The management accounting, the scope of management is broad and wide. It includes cost accounting, financial accounting, tax accounting, and tax planning. Alright, guys, this was our BBS second year, chapter 1 answer, on the topics like, and it's really crucial for our exam pattern. And I had only discovered the main point and the topic which will come in the exam. I have discovered the three topics: financial, cost, and management, and the difference between its objective, limitation. And most of the probability this question from this chapter there will ask around 12 marks of question. So for 2 marks, it's really important. The 2 marks will come for here for sure, and for the 10 marks for the question it could be asked in the group B part. Alright, guys, and now we'll meet up in the next video where we will be talking about other numerical or other theoretical chapter. Alright, guys, till then, take care. Bye bye, see ya.